coming at you and giving all thanks to the great millstone, the ones who gave us this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Not only to get us to go back to Yahweh Shem Shai, but to get us prepared for the times ahead. You know what I'm saying? Much love to them. They work around the clock to let us know. You know what I'm saying? Everything that we need to know to prepare us for these dark times to come. Shout out to the Akim, the brothers that's in the Word, and they may not be from a camp or from Great Millstone. They still go out and they study to the best of their abilities. They go out to the best of their abilities. You know what I'm saying? Do everything that they can to give back to Yahweh Shem Shai. And we know that the little that we give is never enough. You know what I'm saying? So they give and they give and they give and they keep their promise to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it perpetual and keeping a relationship with Yahweh forever. Shout out to the Akim. Shout out to the Akwaf, the beautiful women that's in the Word. You know what I'm saying? There may not be a lot of y'all beautiful women. You know what I'm saying? But for the women that are in the Word, you know, you love your man. You fear Yahweh Shem Shai, laws, statutes, commandments. You listen and you learn in silence. So coming back at you with another episode. I'm back on my original YouTube channel. So I will be posting this on my original YouTube channel. And I had ended up forgetting. No, I accidentally erased my YouTube channel, but it was in my Google account, you know. So all I had to do, well, I didn't know. All I had to do was put a new password in, and then I got my new my old YouTube account back, which is good, you know, because that's like the core right now. I got multiple YouTube accounts that I've lost over time. You know what I'm saying? Different phones, different situations. You know, they are there. You know, and they got quite a grip, you know, on each one of them, except for the last one that I had on the LG phone. It didn't have too many, you know, but it had enough, you know. But they, you know, over time they start censoring your videos and all of that, which is bad enough. And to make matters worse, you know what I'm saying, they will kick you off for a week at a time or a week or two, you know what I'm saying, and then cause you to make another account, however, you know, to stay in the fold. But overall, nonetheless, this one didn't get shut down. So I'm gonna put another video on this one, you know what I'm saying, and it'll just be the start. And I ended up building up on another account, which is good, you know, so just in case something happens to that. This account, I will be on another one spreading the word, you know, for those of y'all that's listening. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Y'all got the word. So even if something happened to this old channel, you know what I'm saying, you guys got the word. Y'all watch other people. You'll never stop getting the word. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about me. I'm not in it for the followers. I'm in it on behalf of the love for Yahweh Shem Shai and the name Yahushai, and to do the work to the best of my abilities. And that's it, and that's all. You know what I'm saying? To be funny, it's going to be funny because when these times happen, and, you know, people going to be wanting to listen. People going to be wanting to hear. So, you know, this is just like, you know what I'm saying, something that everybody will run to. Like I said, all of my videos are made for the end times, for the dark times that are coming. So the people, which are the morons and the sleepers and the dumb sheep, want to read all this at the last minute. It'll be there for them, whether I'm dead or I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm surviving and something bad happened and I'm just MIA now because the times is, you know, is happening. You know what I'm saying? My videos are there. My works are there. That's what's important. So today we're going to talk about debt. You know what I'm saying? Debt. You know, not the debt that the money-wise debt that's going on. I'm talking about like blood debt and or just debt in general. We can talk about that, but mostly blood debt. You got to pay back. You know what I'm saying? There's no other way that you can pay back but through the blood. You know what I'm saying? And this is addressed to, you know, the oppressor, you know, Esau, Edom, you know, the Caucasians, you know what I'm saying? However you want to pronounce it, you know, to them and their people, you know, you can't escape judgment. You know, and it's going to happen, and the days is going to come. You know what I'm saying? If not your days and the days of your children for sure, you know what I'm saying, to where they got to pay back all of the bad things that they've done. And, you know, nothing is free in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Shai. So, you know, debt, you know what I'm saying? And we can go to that Nebuchadnezzar's dream, and it actually talks about the nations and the nations and the nations and the nations. You know what I'm saying? That's built on this, you know what I'm saying? Well, different wicked nations that is built on that, and that someday that they have to pay it back. You know, so we can go to Nebuchadnezzar's dream real quick. And Nebuchadnezzar, He wasn't. The twist is that, for the Caucasians, they like to copy and to adapt off other people's history and off their technology and off their societies. So Nebuchadnezzar was, I do believe he was a Hamite. You know what I'm saying? And back then, but during his empire, you know what I'm saying, he would also inspire other empires to build the same foundation that he created, no, to build the same foundation that he created. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Put that words less. But, you know what I'm saying, during to these wicked nations, you know what I'm saying, oppressing the Israelites and doing all the wicked and terrible things, that one day that God would destroy it, you know what I'm saying, and make them pay for the things that they've done. So let me go ahead and get some of Ezekiel. I'm not that good on edification. You know what I'm saying? I don't got to be all precise, but, I am straightforward. I am honest. Not going to hide it. You know what I'm saying? Going to tell the truth to the best of my abilities. And that's just what it is. You ain't got to be perfect at all of this. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't. No. Do the best that you can. Do everything in your power. You know what I'm saying? Keep going. Don't quit. That's my thing. Keep it plain. Keep it simple. Don't get too complicated, especially for those of us who are small fries in the word. And we'll always be small fries. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have all those talents, so we can do different techniques with the computer, but the word is more important. No, the word is the most important thing that I got, and I'm definitely going to use it. I don't care if nobody watching or not. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? What's important is that I tried and I did the work to the best of my abilities, and that's what's important. Daniel. All right, we on Nebuchadnezzar chapter 2, verse 1. And it says, now the second year of Nebuchadnezzar's reign, Nebuchadnezzar had dreams, and his spirit was so troubled that his sleep left him. Then the king gave the command to all magicians, the astrologers, the sorcerers, and the Chaldeans to tell the king his dreams. And so they came and stood before the king, and the king said to them, I have had a dream, and my spirit was anxious to know the dream. Then the Chaldeans spoke to the king in Aramaic. O king, live forever. Tell your servants the dream, and we will give the interpretation. It says, it's because the Lord works in Yahweh works in mysterious ways. So the dream subject is very important. There is a duality, you know what I'm saying? So, not to pay attention to all dreams, but you'll know when your dreams turn into visions, what those visions are, you know what I'm saying, and what they could mean, you know what I'm saying? So now a lot of people can be hypocritical or whatever, but Yahweh, that's one way that the Almighty can speak, is through dreams. And, the dreams can turn to become strong visions, you know what I'm saying, that can scare people, you know what I'm saying, that can make it feel surreal, like real, you know what I'm saying, and give you that feeling that it's actually happening, you know what I'm saying, or try to show you things what's to come, and that's interesting, because a lot of people during the past fucking 60 years, most likely 70 years, or even longer. You know what I'm saying? They've been having dreams about the end times. You know what I'm saying? And about the end of the world. And you don't even have to be in a word. You know what I'm saying? The Most High could just send you a dream. You know what I'm saying? That's showing you what is to come. You know what I'm saying? So people can't say that they don't believe, or can't say that it's not true. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High do be sending people dreams about these events that are to happen, even if they not believers. You know what I'm saying? So people can shut their mouths all they want. I'm pretty sure a great majority of people, you know what I'm saying, have had the similar dreams as we all had about the end times and about the coming of Yahweh Shem Shai and the end of days, or the nuclear events, you know what I'm saying, that's supposed to be happening, or great death and great oppression, you know. So that was pretty interesting. I just wanted to add that in for Nebuchadnezzar's dream, on how he had the dream, and the dream was so strong and so powerful that it scared him, and it was giving him a hard time to sleep, you know. It says, the king answered and said to the Chaldeans, my decision is firm. If you do not make known the dream to me and its interpretation, you shall be cut in pieces, and your houses shall be made an ash heap. And that's funny, because it's a precursor of what's going to happen in the future. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are gonna, you know what I'm saying? Right now, this is the interesting thing, that if you're not in the word, you know what I'm saying? All knowledge is leaving the world. Every knowledge that's not the knowledge of God is not irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? So everything that people think that they know is completely useless. You know what I'm saying? So per se, if the collapse were to happen right now, everything that people are learning, everything that people are training to do, everything that they've accomplished, you know what I'm saying? Everything that they studying, it's not gonna matter if this entire economy collapses. None of it is gonna matter. All your knowledge that you built and you gained over the years is gonna fly right out of the window. So that's exactly what Yahweh is prepared to do in his genius. You know what I'm saying? But for right now, you know, he's slowly but surely sucking the knowledge out of the undesirables and people who don't believe. He said in these days that they will believe lies. They will believe in nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with that, you know, being cautious and not understanding that right now a lot of people are not having knowledge. They don't have understanding. They don't realize that this world is going to pass away at some point, and all the knowledge that the world was designed off of is going to go with it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the only knowledge that's going to matter is the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Shai, and people will kill to get this kind of knowledge in the end of days. They're going to realize how important, especially our people, they're going to realize how important the word is. You know, some prophets, they're going to get interrogated. You know, some of us that believe, we're going to get killed for it. You know what I'm saying? Some of us that don't want to tell the truth, that don't want to tell them shit, we going to fight and we going to kill them for it. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord, we're going to do exactly what Yahweh told us to do. And the tongues of the prophets shall cling to their mouth. So anybody that know this word, you know what I'm saying, they not going to want to tell you what's going on, which is going to drive you crazy. You know what I'm saying? And you're not going to want to listen to anybody else. You're going to only want to listen to the ones that got the word. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with that being said, you know, people is going to kill to get the word. If it can heal their family, you know what I'm saying? If you seen, if it had, because the word, you know, it could do different things. If it can get you some food, you know what I'm saying? Because you can ask Yahweh for some food, or you can bring back a child that's been shot, or you can call down the angels to protect you. They're going to realize how much power is in the book, you know what I'm saying? And how much, and how strong and how powerful Yahweh Shem Shai, and how much he take care of his believers. And when these things come into play, people are going to want to find the truth, and they'll kill to get it. So, you know, that was a good little subject or example right there. Nebuchadnezzar's dream, like he said, if you get the dream wrong, then I'm gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? And this is a precursor as well as what's gonna happen in the future. A lot of people will kill to get the truth. A lot of people will murder to try to get saved and to try to get redeemed. You know what I'm saying? Especially our people, when they start to figure out that it's all real. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of it is fake. You know, because our people are so grounded. Our people are so into this term called the real world. Or so our people are so into the jobs, the money. You know what I'm saying? Their families. You know, their lives, they marriages, their relationships, their friends. You know what I'm saying? They not looking at their surroundings, and they not looking at the world around them. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty dangerous to be cut off like that. You know what I'm saying? For those of us that, you know what I'm saying, are in, we know what the world is about. We know the secrets. We know everything that's put in front of you. You know what I'm saying? We know that, compared to people who forgot it. That's going to be a Achilles heel to them. It's going to be really bad. And it's going to be bad on their part, That's on them. All right. It says, however, if you tell the dream in its interpretation, you shall receive from me gifts. So people are going to bribe yet another precursor. You know what I'm saying? Another foretell from Yahweh Shem Shai. People are going to be, if you are discovered with the truth and you make it that far, you know what I'm saying, during the World War III and the economic collapse, you know what I'm saying, and during the times where, like the Most High say, and there will be a cry for wine in the streets, meaning that people are going to desire knowledge. People are going to want to know why. People are going to need an answer. You know what I'm saying? And you happen to be some famous prophet that's on the street, and you pushing out the word on YouTube, or you just simply a person that knows the truth, a 1/3 that know the truth and know what's going on, and people are aware that you know something like that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be willing to give you anything. They wife, you know what I'm saying? Money, which is going to be useless. Food, you're not going to really need it. You know what I'm saying? They kids, you know what I'm saying? They cars, and they can't give you anything if nothing is worth anything. You know what I'm saying? If it don't truly matter, you know what I'm saying? What you going to give me your wife for? Or so what? So she can cater to me, so she can be with me, and I can have sex when that's not even important. What am I going to do with your kids? Sell them off, or, trade them? You know what I'm saying? Or, taking something of value, taking something that's no longer of value to this person. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that's going to happen, you know what I'm saying, is the same thing that's said in the book of Job. Yahweh give, Yahweh take away. If we can accept good from Yahweh, then how can we not accept adversity? And then if you read the Song of Solomon, I do believe, you know what I'm saying, it does state that, you know what I'm saying, Solomon says he knows the secret to life, and that everything comes from Yahweh. So if everything comes from Yahweh, then everything that he has is nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows that Yahweh is everything. So that makes perfect sense. So anything that they try to give us in those times to come, you know what I'm saying, we're not going to need it, because Yahweh is going to provide any and everything for us. So, people is going to be willing to, worshiping you, kissing your feet, you know what I'm saying? Because there's power in the word, there's healing in it, there's answers, there's understanding. But like the Most High says, it's going to be a cry for wine in the streets. It's not going to be no word there. You know what I'm saying? It's not, the Bible is going to lock up. No one's going to understand it. And by that time, I'm pretty sure the armies is going to be finding this book and destroying it, so nobody can read it. And if you're caught with this book during those times, you can be killed, most likely. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have the word in your heart and in your mind, in your heart, which heart means mind. You got to have it in your mind. You know what I'm saying? You got to already been studied it. You got to already done read the Bible and the Apocrypha. You should already done soaked up some knowledge from the higher teachers, which is Great Millstone, the prophets. You know what I'm saying? Soaked up some of that good ass knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Drank from the living waters. You know what I'm saying? Perpetually recited this, because that's another thing why prophets go to the highways and byways, not only to get the people back to recite this, to remember this. You know what I'm saying? Perpetually keep practicing, keep remembering. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying, don't ever forget, keep your connection with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Whether you make it or not, you got that connection with Yahweh. You know the truth. You know why things are happening. You know Yahweh love you. You know what I'm saying? Whether you got to pay that price with your life, or you happen to survive and the Lord spare you, you have that relationship. You had works. You know what I'm saying? You've done stuff for God. That way the Lord, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know what I'm saying? Probably, do some things for you, have some gifts for you, bring you back during the last day. He can do all kinds of stuff. Make you a warrior, upon his army that's coming. You probably be some sort of king, you know what I'm saying, or some captain, you know what I'm saying, you know, moved up in the kingdom of heaven. It's all kind of blessings that Yahweh will give you. He's not going to forget. And as long as you don't forget, he ain't going to forget you. You know what I'm saying? So that's important. But, you know, for all those people out there, you know, be prepared, because a lot of us is not going to want to tell you the truth. We're going to rather watch you suffer, and we're going to laugh at y'all, you know what I'm saying, during these times. And, you know, we're not going to want to help no more, you know. So a lot of people that's going to try to come to me, why would I want to help you when you never believed? You know what I'm saying? Why would I want to help you when you never even helped me? You never took care of me. You never wanted to listen. You always tried to overpower me. You always tried to go over me. You always told me what was on your mind. You never wanted to listen of what I had to say. You know, you always undermined me because you felt like in this world that you made more money, you was more successful than I was. And I was always beneath. I was always doing bad. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff right there, a lot of people of the Lord will hold against you during those times. So, you know, it's best to be their friend, these people that got the word, and get the word from them and change your life and be better. Be like-minded like them and worship Yahweh Shem Yahushai with all your mind, your heart, and your soul. That's period. You know what I'm saying? Period. That's all I can tell you, because you're going to want to be their friend when, you know, when all these things happen and these terrible things happen, these dark times happen, these horrifying things happen. You know what I'm saying? People ain't seen war in a long time. People ain't seen mass famine in a long time. People ain't seen destruction on a war scale in a long time. People ain't seen their families killed. People ain't been starving to death. People ain't been dealing with wild animals. People ain't been dealing with horrifying troops that's coming and destroying them and burning their shit down and destroying their life and taking their jobs. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no money. You know, there is no system to abide by. Your cars don't work. You know, God is a time and day. This debt that I'm talking about is not only for, you know what I'm saying, the white people. It's for the Israelites too that are conformed to this world. Soon, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have to pay. You know what I'm saying? That's why we come out here and we try to perform the services and perform the righteous acts like we do. So when Yahweh come, Yahweh willing, we don't have to pay that debt. Because it says, for the wages of sin is death, but through Yahweh is eternal life, that we may be counted as worthy to live through these days and to make it to the last day, you know what I'm saying, and to not be killed and not to have to pay our life, which is the ultimate price, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, keep that in mind, buddy. You know, we keep that in mind. Just because nobody listening, that doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? We always reciting, we always repeating, we always reciting. You know what I'm saying? And being reminded, you know, about the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, our relationship, you know, keeping this information on lock, knowing the things to come, you know what I'm saying? Because instead of you crying and being scared, you're going to be laughing and you're going to be excited. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you being starving, you know what I'm saying? Instead of you being hungry, instead of you having to worry about your people and all that, Yahweh may cut you off and have you on your own and provide you with everything that you need. You know what I'm saying? Who said just because we are part of the one body, you know what I'm saying, that don't mean that we'll be scattered up and we'll be living individually. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes it's best like that. Yeah, it's cool to be in groups during the last days, but sometimes it'd be better for you to be on your own. You know what I'm saying? So it can go either way, but you know, the Lord does like to cut people off, you know what I'm saying, off of the people that they around to get to them. That's how Yahweh do it, because Yahweh is very private, and he's private with his children. So it wouldn't be no surprise that he did it with his children. You know what I'm saying? Cut them off from the world so he can get them. And it's going to be the same way in the end. You know what I'm saying? The world is cut off so he's able to get to his people, or he might cut his family off. You know what I'm saying? He could kill the Israelite man, whole family that ain't worthy to be, and they got a debt to pay to the Lord, and leave him alive and take care of him. You know what I'm saying? And reward him with with a bunch of wise food and gold and protection and security. You know what I'm saying? And that's because he deserved it, you know? So times is going to get real. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get really real, and you will be tested. You will be tested. You know what I'm saying? You will be seeing things that, you know what I'm saying, you're not ready for. You know what I'm saying? And you will see people spiritually. You're going to see with your spiritual eye, you know what I'm saying, these people that got to pay these debts, and they going to pay with their life. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's going to be bad if you're not paying or trying to put something on your debt in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, like coming out here and doing works, or at least having some form of works. You know what I'm saying? It can, you most likely will be in jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? You might provoke God and he might make you pay before it's time. Before it's time. You know what I'm saying? Before you get caught up in the end times, in the apocalypse, the Lord could take your life and right then and there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's always good to be considerate. You know, fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai with all your mind and your heart. You know what I'm saying? And obey Yahweh, have a relationship with him. And it may be well that, like the Most High say, seek me and live. You know what I'm saying? So if you seek Yahweh, you know what I'm saying, you'll live a lot longer. You know, you do what he tell you to do. You know what I'm saying? The Most High may add more time to, you know, more hours and time to your days. You know what I'm saying? Extend your days. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like these people and not believe, because you're going to find out. You know what I'm saying? And it's no surprise if it happens during your time, because a lot of stuff is happening during our time. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people hope that they die by natural causes or some drug overdose or some murder, you know, rather than to go through the end times, because they know how bad it's going to be, you know. But it's looking like it's going to happen in our time. You know, it's just that the only twist is that it takes time. See, that's the twist. You know what I'm saying? We're on God's time. We're not on our time. You know what I'm saying? How they out there raging and fighting and shit right now. And, you know, they keep talking about rumors of World War III and, you know, these nations are meeting up in a certain spot. You know, we see signs and all that, but it's going to happen when the Lord wants it to happen. So I'm going to continue. It says, great honor, therefore, tell me the dream and its interpretation. They answered again and again and said, let the king tell his servants the dream, and we will give its interpretation. The king answered and said, I know for certain that you would gain time, because you see that my decision is firm. If you do not make known the dream to me, this is only one decree for you. There is only one decree for you. For you have agreed to speak lying and corrupted words before me to tell me the dream. And I shall know that you gave me its interpretation. Exactly. He's going to know. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm trying to tell you, it can never be sweated, because this is in the past. The same thing is going to happen in the future. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have people killing for the Bible. You're going to have people killing just to get the word. You're going to be having people kill just for information, killing to learn, you know, because they realize that all the other knowledge is useless and the transition of worlds is beginning. So one world is about to pass away and another world is coming. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they realize that they can't, especially our people, mainly our people, for the Israelites, they realize that they cannot, you know, they're going to realize that they cannot move without the Lord. They cannot go without establishing something with the Lord. But they don't know that the book is going to lock up and they're going to have to pay their debt. Whether it's them taking an arm, whereas the Howard taking an arm, a leg, your life, your family, you know what I'm saying, your job, your cars, your money, a lot of that stuff is going to be gone. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to pay at some point. You're going to have to pay God what you owe. None of that shit was free that the Lord gave you, you know? The same thing for the white man. None of that shit was free that God gave you. Was a catch to everything that you've done. You know what I'm saying? All the terrible shit that you've committed, all these crimes and all of that, you have to pay. And God don't want no money. He don't want no silver. He don't want no gold. He wants life and he wants blood. That's as simple as that. As simple as that. And it can be so difficult to give. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a pretty painful debt, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the U.S. debt. No, they got something else going on. They got to pay the Lord back. Big debt. It says the Chaldeans answered the king and said, it says, this is not a man on earth. There is not a man on earth who can tell the king's matter. It says, therefore, no king, lord, or ruler has ever asked such things of any magician, astrologer, or Chaldean. So you see these motherfuckers, right? You see what he's saying, right? You know what I'm saying? I like that part. You know how he said magicians, you know what I'm saying, and sorcerers and Chaldeans, meaning that, you know, these people, you know, that's claiming that they magicians and they do magic and they do sorcery. Surely you can break down the message, you know what I'm saying? Surely you can understand what, you know what I'm saying, the king's dream, you know what I'm saying? So they felt like they had all this divine power, you know what I'm saying? They felt like they had all this strength, but they could not determine the dream. They could not break the code, you know? So I find that very interesting. There's a lot of people like that. That's just, you know, psychics, sorcerers, you know what I'm saying? You know, magicians, mathematicians, break it down, geologists, you know what I'm saying, or astrologists, you know what I'm saying, fucking calculus, these people that are doing these different, you know what I'm saying, forms of sorcery, different ways that they believe, and different calculations of how they break down and they determine everything. Well, try that shit when these things happen. You know what I'm saying? Use calculus to break down the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Use geography to understand the events that happen in the book. You know what I'm saying? Use sorcery to break the Bible open during these times. You know what I'm saying? Use your weed smoking to explain what's going on. You know, the Most High is gonna leave them to their devices. You know what I'm saying? That's what God said. If you believe that, then you believe that. Let's see if that will save you when the time comes. So I like how they broke that down in the book. The sorcerers, the magicians, and the Chaldeans. You know, let them. There's not nobody that can understand the words of God, because they never did understand it, and it won't open for them. You know what I'm saying? So I like that how they put that in the book. You know, because it's a future tense too. You know. It says, this is funny, it is a difficult thing in the king's request, and there is no other who can tell it to the king except the gods. So, whose dwelling is not with flesh. For this reason, the king was angry and furious, because these magicians, these astrologers, these Chaldeans, they claim to see in the future. They claim to be able to summon spirits. You know what I'm saying? They claim to heal. They claim to give you extra life. You know what I'm saying? They claim to make you a ruler, you know, but they could not read or understand this dream. You know what I'm saying? So they appear to be false, you know, which is going to happen. All of this, like I said, all of the magic and all of the sorcery and all of the drugs, you know what I'm saying? All the Satanism. And this is towards the white man. You know what I'm saying? All the violence, you know what I'm saying? All of the power, all the guns, you know, all the money is not going to save you from, you know what I'm saying, the wrath to come. It's not going to replace your debt. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to stop Yahweh Shem Yahushai from coming and getting what's his, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? And none of it is going to matter in the end. None of it's going to work. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's another scary perspective to look at it as. But that's the truth, you know? None of it is going to replace your debt. You got to pay in blood. So the Most High, when his son comes to magnify his name on the earth, he's going to kill everybody that's here. If the Israelites that's here, they going to die. If they not on a chariot, they screwed. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. It says, this is funny. It says, so the decree went out and they began. No, it says, for this reason, the king was very angry and very furious, and gave the command to destroy all the wise men of Babylon. So the decree went out, and they began killing the wise men, and they sought Daniel and his companions to kill them. Then, with counsel and wisdom, Daniel answered Arioch, the captain of the king's guard, who had gone out to kill the wise men of Babylon, because they deserved to die. So it says, he answered and said, Arioch, the king's captain, why is the decree from the king so urgent? It says, then Arioch made the decision known to Daniel. So Daniel went in and asked the king to give him time, that he might tell the king the interpretation. Then Daniel went to his house and made the decision known. And this is also a future tense precursor, because the only person that can solve it was Daniel. So it's the same thing with the Bible. The only way you going to get to Yahweh Shem Yahushai is through the prophets. It's only one way. You know what I'm saying? And the prophets are the angels on the earth. And you got those of us that are angels as well. But it's going to be hard and difficult to get to us. You're not going to have somebody teaching you during all this chaos. You're not going to have somebody sitting here reading the Bible through gunfire. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be sitting here trying to determine and try to break this down. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Why people starving and these diseases is happening and all that. You're not, and it's going to be difficult to find us. And when we do find us, when you do find us, we're going to tell you what Yahweh told us to tell you. The death to the death, the famine to famine, the pestilence to pestilence, the sword to the sword. You've already chosen your paths. You know what I'm saying? Go, read your, go and read your school books. You know what I'm saying? Go and read your, philosophy books. Go and read, you know what I'm saying? Oh, not right now. You ain't about to bug me. Not while I'm doing my shit. Get. Hang up the phone. Sorry, I got this person calling me.